Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope y'all are having a great, productive Wednesday. It's Wednesday as I'm filming this, so happy hump day to you all. And this video is not gonna be long. It's just gonna be talking about how I got started in real estate. Honestly, that's probably one of the most common questions I get in my DMs or emails, or just people text me a lot, just how I got started. I guess I don't really share my journey in that aspect, the early stages of my career, my real estate journey. So that's why I'm making this video, for you all to understand where I have come from and everything. So in a nutshell, I've been doing real estate for about 5 or 6 years now. But throughout those 5 and 6 years, I wasn't consistent the entire time. Honestly, I was dabbling in everything, which is the worst thing to do. If you're gonna jump in, you got to jump in. Take the floaties off and start swimming like as soon as possible. That's the only way you're gonna learn. And you learn through your experience. That's the best way. It's the best way to learn, hands down. Not from reading blogs or watching watching videos, and not taking action. That's there's only one way to do it, is through experience. So yeah, I just started, well, not just started, I started being consistent whenever I met my partner, Derek Acuff, aka Flipping the House. Go give him a follow. That's when we really started being consistent and getting consistent deal flow and leads and everything. But to rewind to when I got started, born and raised here in Houston, Texas. Went to college, went to Prairie View, played baseball there. But my dad, he's always been into real estate, and while I was in college, he started buying vacant lots and rundown houses from the tax auctions. And I would always help him clear the properties, help build fences and everything, and see that he would be putting renters in these rental properties, but never thought of it as like a career or something to actually dabble in, until like literally my junior year of college. That's when I really started thinking about my future, because unfortunately I did not get drafted playing baseball. I was a pitcher. I just didn't throw hard enough. On a good day, on a windy day, I can top out probably at 88, 89, and I'm a righty, so yeah, that hurts. But yeah, that's when I really started realizing that I need to make a plan, and start dabbling into what I've seen be successful for my father. So my senior year, that's when I really started going to the property auctions with him and just watching him bid and get these properties for like a couple $1,000s, which is crazy. And this is back in probably 2006, 7, and 8ish or whatever. And he was getting these things cheap, dirt cheap. He bought a house for $3,000, which is crazy, and vacant lots for like $8,000-$9,000. Just not $800-$900 and $1,000 as well. And yeah, he would just turn around and owner finance them to individuals who usually were Hispanic and wanted to put horses and chickens on them. So that's what I started doing. And once my senior year, I bought one. My very first one, I bought it for $3,000. Turned around and sold it for about $11,000. Owner finance. They put $500 down and paid me $300 a month. And then I repeated that 2 more times, and then I repeated it another 3 times. So all in all, I bought 6 lots, and I just did that exact same thing. I wish I would have kept those lots, because now they're worth triple, quadruple times what I purchased them for. But it was a good way to understand, what cash flow was, and to see that it's real and that money can come in, from purchasing property. So after that, I did not save any of that money. I used it towards bills, and then I had a kid, so I used all that income for just expenses, bills, family, just living, surviving, because I wasn't making out of college in the cubicle. So I stopped doing that for a while, because I was working, I was just busy and everything, and got the cubicle job, like I said, and I worked for I was in the cubicle for 8 years. I started dabbling into real estate what year was that? 2016, something like that. 2015 then. Because it was just a dead-end job. I was not seeing a future in any of my jobs, and I needed money, seriously. So that's when I really went down the rabbit hole of bigger pockets, and I just trying to figure out how I could get started or back started, because I didn't have the capital to go back to the auctions, and the prices just kept increasing, and it just didn't make sense for me. So I went into Bigger Pockets trying to learn all about rentals and just buying rentals, because that's my ultimate goal, and it always has been. But I just really I didn't understand financing, and it just seemed like impossible math problem, just trying to figure out how to get the down payment and all the financing, all the numbers. I'm not a numbers guy at all. I just couldn't see myself doing that. So I just tried to find the easiest way to get in. That's when I stumbled upon wholesaling. And I'm so glad I found that, because it's been a game changer, ever since. Because I feel like wholesaling is literally the foundation for every real estate investor, because you learn all the ins and outs. You're getting it at the cheapest price, first off, which is amazing and beautiful, but you're learning the entire process. You even learn from your buyers, your cash buyers, their buying criteria and why or why not they're buying a property from you. So you're learning that. Sorry. Somebody was calling. So yeah, that's when I started dabbling into wholesaling. And like I said, I wasn't consistent in the beginning. I literally was just sending out mailers here and there, just from little lists that I purchased from List Source, and wasn't really getting any traction. I didn't get my first deal until 8 months after marketing, and it was just a little BS deal. It's literally not my first video, but it's on my most popular videos. I think you can go watch it. How I got my first wholesale deal. I think this one I made $250 on it. It's crazy. Great learning experience though. Like I said in the beginning of this video, the best way to learn is through experience. So after that deal, I got all the confidence in the world and realized that I just needed to market more. But me being me and me being not completely focused, I did not consistently market. And that's why my lead flow, my deal flow was very low. I was getting a deal like every 3-4 months or whatever. And I was kind of lost, low key, and depressed, just sad, trying to, get my wife to understand and just believe in. She believed in me, but I just wanted to prove to her that this is real, So fast forward a couple years, Derek reached out to me regarding bandit signs in my DMs. Yeah, he slid in my DMs, literally. And, we linked up. We realized we were at the same level in our journey and in our lives, both personally and business-wise. And we just felt like it would be great to be partners, and that just kind of naturally happened because I was at work getting leads. I just couldn't get to them. So he was my boots on the ground. We closed a couple of deals, and we just naturally, organically formed a partnership. And we're literally like yin and yang. He's a red personality. I'm not. I'm more of the passive individual. So I deal with the acquisitions on the front end, and he deals on the back end, getting property sold, dealing with buyers and all that stuff. But it took a lot of trial and error, with us, and to get our systems in place. A lot of L's we took and everything, but eventually we figured out the formula, and now we're able to successfully and consistently get deals. And now we're flipping, wholesaling, of course, buying rentals, have a few Airbnbs going on now. Yeah, so the main moral of that is to, as soon as you want to get started, go ahead and get started and start taking action as soon as possible. Because that's one thing I wish I would have done better, is taking consistent action and not took breaks or anything. Like after I bought those 6 lots, I didn't get back into it for years. And I wish I would have kept going, because I would have gotten over that learning curve so much quicker, and just been able to learn so much quicker and just learn all the ropes and ins and outs and realize how lucrative real estate is, and also, you don't want to, for the individuals who do start out with wholesaling, you don't want to wholesale your life away. As soon as you're able to start taking these properties down, I highly recommend that, because I've wholesaled away some very good properties at dumb cheap prices, just trying to make a couple $1,000s, and I mean, my wealth right now would have been 10 times if I would have kept those. So that hurts, but that's why I'm so I'm trying to buy as much as possible, both my partner and myself, both for our business and personally for our families, just to build that generational wealth, because that's the name of the game in our eyes. You know, that's our ultimate goal. But yeah, I hope I didn't dabble too long. That's how I got started. You know, so just to recap, started buying lots, owner financed them, then found bigger pockets in YouTube, started wholesaling, met my partner, got consistent. Now we're doing consistent deals. All right. So if y'all have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out. Let me know your thoughts if y'all have, if you want me to go in depth about something more specifically. But yeah, just wanted to peel back the onion peel, or the orange peel, however that is said, and just to let you guys know how I got started and everything, just to be completely transparent with things. All right, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn that bell notification on, and like I always say, I personally respond to all the comments, so shoot me a comment down below, and I'll see y'all soon. All right, talk to you later.